Yeah, you're welcome back to my channel. Thank you for the likes and the comments. I just want to stress here that this is a personal story. Everybody needs to go through life somehow. This is my own story. It's real to me. This is my life. So if you want to make a comment, please remember it is a personal story. Your story is obviously it's going to be different from mine, but this is a personal story. Thank you for subscribing. I was going to talk about the separation from my kids. The last time I ended the story with leaving the marriage and going with the baby, with the fourth child who was 2 weeks old then, and leaving the 3 other children with their dad. Living without the 3 kids was really hard for me. I wanted to have them with me, although I didn't have the resources to look after 4 kids at that time. But like every mother would, I just wanted my kids anyway. It doesn't matter what, I just wanted them. It was hard. I fought tooth and nail to have them, but it wasn't going to happen. I remember one day, my cousin went to visit my kids' school, and the teacher was so angry with her and said, "How on earth will you guys send children to school without their knickers, without wearing any knickers?" When she told me this, I was so angry. I was so mad. I said, this is it for me. No, I have to get these kids back today. So I went to a friend's house. I didn't even know how I got to that friend's house because I was really crazy. I've lost it completely. I didn't know how I managed to cross a major road. It was a double carriageway in Nigeria. I didn't know without being knocked down by the vehicle, because I was mad. So I went to a friend's house and she agreed to come with me because I don't drive then. She's got a car. She agreed to come with me so we could go and snatch the children and bring them back to mine in her car. When we got there, my mother-in-law was... She said it's not going to happen. Then it was... I'm trying to remember the name of the president then. I can't remember now. But she said even the president could not get the children from you. So it was fruitless. I shouted, I screamed, I threw all tantrum I knew. I didn't get the children. She said, no, it's not going to happen. So I went back, so sad and defeated. And with my little earning then, I remember I was working as a teacher. I went to look for a lawyer and started writing letters back and forth. But that didn't help either. So in all this, my father passed on. He died, and his burial was coming up. So this was a big opportunity for me to get my children out of the father's family house. At this point, they've moved them to my brother's-in-law's house. And I remember one day I tried visiting just to check on the kids. I went knocking on their gates and my brother-in-law came out and he said to me, "Look here, you must not come here again. I don't need your money to look after these children. Don't ever come and knock on my gate again." I was so sad, I was so dejected. You know, I know some families who actually, when there's a divorce, they, you know, they look for peace, but not with this family. They really don't want to see me and they don't want me to have my children. It was a very terrible dilemma for me. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, when my father died, it was a big opportunity. So I went, begged my mother-in-law, begged the brother-in-law, asked them to please release the children just to come and bury my dad. And they agreed. They agreed and brought them on the day of the burial. I was so happy. So after the burial, I took my kids out of my dad's house, went to hide them with my younger brother. He lives far away from Lagos. I took the kids there. My brother-in-law came shouting for the return of the kids. I wasn't at home when he came, so I was told he came. He came to my school where I was teaching at that time to make a hell of a noise. The head teacher said to me, go and resolve this and don't come back until it is resolved. So I left the school, went back to the lawyer, you know. Well, in all this, I was ready to lose the job and lose everything. I was not going to give my kids back because obviously I knew they were not happy. They had their own stories to tell too. That short years of living in with their father and the family member, they've got a horrible story to tell. You know, a mother will always know, you know, you just have you know deep down in you that your kids are not happy. So I was not going to let them go. I was not going to give them back. So I hid them and I left the house too. So every time he comes shouting and screaming to have the kids back, I was not there, we were not there. So eventually he stopped coming. At that point, it was hard for me, very, very hard for me to look after 4 kids, pay school fees and feed them. But then, if this is what I have to do, I just have to get on with it. So I got on with it, but at a point I realized it was going to be a difficult task. It was time for me to leave the country. So I left. I went, applied for a visa. Thank God at that point of application for a visa to come to the UK, I included all my 4 kids in the application. Thank goodness I got the visa, and I would like to stop here today and then we'll continue living in the